induction for Days of the Dead. Start off on a little somber note, here to induct George Romero. I'm honored to be standing here. Don't mind me, I'm trying to read because I really want to get out what I wrote. I'm honored to be standing here to induct George Romero into Days of the Dead Hall of Fame. George will join Roddy Piper as the second celebrity posthumously inducted into the Hall of Fame. I was fortunate enough to host a hour-long panel with George at Culture Shock a few years back. One of the great honors I've had working with Days of the Dead. Being from Pittsburgh myself, George Romero was literally the name everyone knew. He worked on sports and Romero films. He defined a genre of film as well as kept the tradition going of hard-working steel time. As we all know, George Romero started an entire genre of film with Night of the Living Dead, the zombie genre. I also believe George started what we know as modern horror. Prior to Night, we had a lot of horror movies that didn't push the envelope either visually or content-wise. In 1968, when George made Night, he wanted to show more of the gore, bring people out of their comfort zones, and he did just that. George was the original independent filmmaker. He raised funds on his own with Image 10 to create Night. He showed us all you don't have to live in Hollywood to make a quality film. Hell might have been better if you aren't in Hollywood to get a quality film made. He has a studio set up in Pittsburgh called The Latent Image. From there he worked on commercials, Mr. Rogers' Neighbor, and more. He kept the same people on his staff from the beginning, which showed his true character. He knew he had the talent, and instead of succumbing to studios, he did it the way he wanted to do it. His social commentary within film were ahead of his time, bringing social issues to the forefront with a horror context. Some social issues he touched on are still prevalent to this day. One thing I'm positive about, that his legacy will not be limited to just his films, but the type of person he was. He not only inspired generations of filmmakers and other celebrities, but he was accessible to his fans, which was the most important part to him. He made sure he stayed in touch with his fans and never forgot that we the fans allowed him to do what he loved to do, make horror films. With that being said, I would like to thank George from all of us here at Days of the Dead for giving us so many amazing films and taking us out of our comfort zone. As he would write on many autographs, stay scared. We will, sir, and thank you. We have a short tribute video for George that we'd like to show you. Thank you.
The Walking Dead premiere, the most recent premiere, was the highest rated basic cable premiere ever. Yeah. And obviously, it's a real homage to you in a sense. The zombies are very similar in a lot of ways. But what did you think of what's become of this Walking Dead thing?
I wish they would have called me.
I heard they offered you to direct some episodes.
Yes, an episode, but that's once the Bible is written.
Right.
You know,
and you said no?
Not what you. Yes, I said no, because it's not my thing. And in fact, I thought it was a little too close for comfort. And so I basically said no, even though a bunch of my buddies are working on it. Right. Greg Nicotero and the boys from Sundance and anyway.
Heart-stopping violence, explosive bloodshed, undead flesh eaters and dismembered ghouls. That's right! I'm talking about all the shit we love in film and all the finer things in this goddamn life! Well, one man is responsible for all this. And that man is George A. Romero! That's right! George A. Romero. As far as I'm concerned, that A stands for A f***ing genius. Here's why I'm here tonight. To stand up for one of the coolest, the craziest, the scariest, and America's greatest regional movie makers of all time. I owe this man a huge debt, and so does every filmmaker who ever dared to declare their own independence. Because George Romero did it first, and he did it with more guts and more gore than anybody.
It's pretty amazing the people that he's inspired. After we shot Land of the Dead, we had a premiere in Pittsburgh, and I took Quentin Tarantino and Robert Rodriguez and Simon Pegg and Edgar Wright all to the premiere. And we were so excited about, I was excited to take them there, and they were excited to be there for George. So before the screening, I took them to Evans City Cemetery where they shot, I was 6, Night of the Living Dead, and then Dawn of the Dead to the Monroeville Mall. So I have photos of Quentin and Robert and I doing zombie walks in the Monroeville Mall where they shot Dawn of the Dead. So we go to the screening and we're talking to George, and Robert Rodriguez says, "Oh my God, we just went to the Monroeville Mall. We saw where you shot Dawn of the Dead." And he's like, "Grow up. What's the matter with you guys? Seriously, grow up. Come on." And we were all like, "No, you don't understand. We have to go to these places to experience the movies that meant so much to us." So I mentioned it earlier, but you know, it's a sad time for all of us. But he's given us so much. And that's the legacy that he leaves. So.
I've announced a lot of names on a lot of stages, but this is one of them I'm surely honored. Mr. George Romero. So let's first start off with the social commentary of your films. Did you always want to do that, or is this just retroactive thinking?
You know, it's a little bit of both. When we made the first film, Night, we were interested, we didn't mean it to be a racial statement. Dwayne happened to be the best actor among our friends. And the film, we didn't change the script. And when Jack and I wrote the script, in our heads, the guy was Caucasian. And when we cast Dwayne, when Dwayne agreed to do the role, we just didn't change the script. So to that extent, yeah, I mean, we thought we were being pretty cool for not, by not changing the script. And I actually come to think that maybe we should have invested, because it's so obvious. But what we wanted to do, what we wanted to tell was a story about, the world is sinking into chaos. And this was in the late 60s, and the world was, sort of looked like it was on its way into the toilet again. And we wanted to do something about, despite this incredible sort of earth-shattering thing that people stick to their own agendas and wind up arguing about stupid things and dig their own graves by doing that. And that's what it was meant to be about. It was meant to be about miscommunication, lack of communication, and all that. Race wasn't on our mind. What happened was, the night that Russ Reiner and I drove, we were driving in the car, taking the first answer print of Night to New York in order to show it to distributors to see if somebody wanted to pick it. Let's try it. We heard on the radio that Martin Luther King had been assassinated that day. And all of a sudden, the movie, you couldn't see the movie as anything but race. And particularly, we realized that because of, the scenes at the end of the scene, it looked like scenes out of music. And so it became a racial statement. But what we did have that social commentary in mind, more about just people's inability to cooperate, even faced with disaster. So that was it. They were clever. Now, then, I freaked out. I mean, I've been I didn't make another zombie film for 10 years, even though, first of all, my movie that went out, it actually made money. It's first played in drive-ins, neighborhood theaters, and like that. And it actually returned money. It returned 3 times what it cost to make. And so we said, let's make another one. But it never really got discovered. It never really became an important film, in quotes, until the French discovered it, which was about 3 years later. And after that, incredible. I mean, the Museum of Modern Art picked it up, and all of a sudden it was, became my living dead. And then I freaked. I said, I can't do another one of these things unless I have some reason, or unless I can put something in it that has substance. And I wound up 10 years after the fact. I wound up visiting the shopping mall where we shop donut. I socially knew the people that developed that mall. And it was the first indoor shopping mall that we had ever seen. It was the first one in Western Pennsylvania. And now they're on every corner. We'd never seen anything like that. And it seemed to me like it was this temple to consumers. And I got the idea. And that's how I got it. And then from that point on, I started to really became a shtick. It became okay, I got to do a little social satire or something with all these films, and I can drag the zombies out of the closet and use them for almost anything. It's much easier to do that than to try to do serious films about those topics. I get to say what I want to say, and I can hide behind the zombies.
Thank you very much, Mike. Excellent. That was amazing. All right. James, glad you're taking it here, sir.
Hello, everybody. My name is James Downing. I've been asked to say a few words about PJ Souls. Back in the 70s, one of my favorite things to do was get a group of friends together and go to the movies. I still enjoy going to the movies, but it isn't quite the same as it was back then. Back then, you didn't have the internet, so you had to get a newspaper to see what movies were showing. One weekend, we decided to go see a movie called Carrie. This film introduced me to an actress named PJ Souls. The character's name was Norma. Norma was one of the girls that was plotting against Carrie at the prom. Back then, like I said, there was no internet, so it was hard to find out information about people in movies. I just hoped that she would pop up in another film soon. Not much later, I heard about a movie called Halloween. It was centered around Michael Myers, who had escaped from a mental institution and returned to his hometown to seek revenge. I was happy to see that PJ was one of the main characters in this movie. To me, she really shined in this one. Yeah, we all remember the bedroom scene, but there was something else. Her eyes sparkled and she had the cutest smile. And she said totally over and over and over. Such a cool character, but the best was yet to come. There was a new type of movie coming out then, a new type of music coming out then called punk. And one of the leading bands in the punk rock movement were the Ramones. I heard about a movie called Rock and Roll High School with them in it. But wait, PJ Soles was the main character. In the movie, her name was Riff Randall. She went over my heart in this movie. She was the Ramones' #1 fan, and I, along with most of my male friends, wish we all had a girlfriend like Riff Randall. Yeah. I can't tell you how many times I watched this movie over the years. I only know VHS and DVD. It's in my top five all favorite movies of all times. It was a Roger Corman film and shot over a period of a few weeks. It has a great soundtrack, it's really funny, and it's a time capsule of that time period. PJ went on to appear in movies such as Stripes, Private Benjamin, and Soggy Bottom USA, and many TV shows, Simon and Simon, Knight Rider, Hardcastle, McCormick, and others. Now, a few years later, I was at work one day, and a co-worker asked me if I'd ever seen The Devil's Rejects yet. I told him I'd see it eventually. He said, "Remember PJ Soles from Halloween and Carrie? She's in it." So after work that day, I went to see it. Although her part was short, it was so great to see her on the big screen again. It was around this time that I discovered horror conventions. I just started a website called Monsters from the Basement, where I cover conventions, promote them, and do celebrity interviews. I thought it would be totally cool if PJ would do an interview with me. I saw that she was doing a new convention called Days of the Dead. I went to the show and asked her if she'd do the interview, and she said yes. That interview has been one of the most popular interviews on my website, and since then, me and PJ have developed a great friendship. It's a friendship that I'll cherish forever. She has a heart of gold and truly loves meeting her fans. She doesn't charge an arm and a leg for an autograph and never charges for a picture. So Louisville, please put your hands together and help me welcome PJ Soles.
We're going to watch this quick video. We've got a short video put together to honor PJ.
Gym class called on account of boredom. Got some of my homework instead. Homework? Yeah, for instant degree songwriting class. I've written a song for the Romero. All right, look at the general's refrigerator log and let's go.
Let's look at the general's cupboards.
John!
You know, you're very pretty. For a cop.
Oh,
Oh, thank you. You know what your problem is, baby?
No, I don't.
The problem is that your arms, your heavily armed, you know, trying to blood fully through your arms. They don't know how to come on. You know what the rest of your problem is? You've never had anybody give you the angina treatment.
No, I certainly haven't.
I'll get you a cruising speed. What's going to hug you to stick on the bottom line here? Keep popping. Keep popping. There you go. A little bit lumpy. A little bit lumpy.
I'm not enjoying this. Now quit. Quit.
Maybe you need this.
What are you going to do with that?
This. And this. Who's your friend? Who's your buddy? I am, aren't I? You're crazy about me, aren't you?
No.
You're incredibly head over heels in love with me.
No.
Hopelessly, hopelessly, deeply in love with me, aren't you?
Yes.
I knew it. I had that feeling. Even before I took this. It's about time you came around.
So what do we do now?
Let's go upstairs and check out the general's closets. Nice to know you can move like that when you have to.
Well, it's nice to know you can make me so hot.
But the office has decided you're to have 1 week's detention. Still, there's one little catch. It's to be my detention. That's 50 minutes every day, starting today, on the athletic field. Get the picture? I'm not coming. That's up to you, Chris. That's up to all of you.
Chemistry book and my math book and my English book and my, let's see, my French book, and who needs books anyway? I don't need books, so I always forget all of my books. I mean, it doesn't really matter if you have your books or not. Hey, isn't that Devon Graham?
I don't think so.
I think it's cute. Hey, jerk! Speed kills!
Joke?
Well, I'm gonna call Lori. I'm gonna go where Paul and Annie are. This is going nowhere.
Finally. Hello? All right, then. First I get your famous chewing, now I get your famous squealing. Any of you all right? Are you fooling around again? I'll kill you if this is a joke.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to bring PJ Souls up here to say a few words.
Aw, I'm really deeply touched. That's awesome. I love it. I love what the award looks like. And I loved what Jamie said about me and my career and our friendship. And I've loved coming to Days of Dead. This is my original. I think this is from the first one or the second one or something.
Love you.
I'm extremely honored, of course, to be included tonight along with George Romero. That's pretty amazing. And all I can say is I love coming to Days of the Dead. I love meeting all the fans and hugging all of you and signing autographs and, you know, listening to your stories of what these movies mean to you. And they mean so much to me, and they mean so much more knowing each of your individual stories like that. Knowing each of your individual stories of when you first saw the movies and how much you admired the characters, and, you know, even though I was a very bad girl in some of them, but I'm just deeply touched and honored, and thank you very much, Days of the Dead, and thank you all, and please continue to watch the movies and all the future generations. I'm just blown away every time I come to a convention and there's teenage boys just shaking and wanting to hug me and embarrassed to, you know, talk to me, and it's just heartwarming, and it means so much to me that all these movies will keep my memory alive forever, and that's what touches me the most. So thank you for being a part of that and being a part of my life. Thank you. Thank you, David. Thank you, Bill. Thanks a lot, Bill. Oh, wait. Oh, sorry. Oh, there we go. Gotta get both breasts is awful. Oh, the best. See anything you like? Totally.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for PJ Souls.
We got one more, ladies and gentlemen. First off, thanks for everybody coming out. This is the second Days of the Dead Hall of Fame. For those of you that were not at our Indianapolis show, it's just something, just to give you a quick little briefer on it. We've been doing this show for 7 years now, 2011, so it's been a while. This is our 24th show. It's our second in Louisville, but it's our 24th show in all. We've been doing shows in LA, Atlanta, Chicago, Indianapolis, Louisville. That's all of them, right? We got them all? Okay. And so we've worked with so many fantastic people throughout this time. PJ Souls being one of them, George Romero being another one. In Indianapolis, we honored the late great Roddy Piper. We honored Sid Haig, and we did an independent community honor for Jason Hoover, who is the curator of our film festival. And so the idea behind the Hall of Fame is we're going to do one celebrity induction and one sort of independent scene, kind of non-celebrity induction every show for the next year. So Indianapolis got one, Louisville got one, Chicago will get one in November, Atlanta will get one in February, and then Charlotte will get one in May. And then afterwards, we're just going to cycle through them. One city will get one every year. And it's really just our way of saying thank you to all the fantastic people we've worked with, who have contributed so much to the show, so much to our fans, and so much to just us as people. So once again, let's give a round of applause for PJ Souls, George Romero. Let's give a round of applause for Mike Exler, James Downing. We got one more honoree we want to do, and I'm going to have my man Rick Lara, who's the second fiddle, well, not second fiddle, but he's two of 3 parts of Days of the Dead, myself being another one, Bill Philpott, who we mentioned is absent. But we're going to go ahead, and we got one more honoree we want to do. And this individual is, he's been with us since the very first show. He currently holds a very impressive record of 0-24 in terms of not getting arrested, which is we've had a lot of close calls, right? Some running with the cops,
ongoing bets of when and if he will get tased, getting kicked out of hotel rooms, to say that the hotels don't have a briefing of this fella before we even check into this hotel would be a drastic understatement. They know he's coming. The photo is plastered in the back room. Hey, watch for this guy. Right? I'm certain of it. And furthermore, we just had so many. This is just to put it to you. This is the person that we write emails about, right? When we do the briefing emails that, hey guys, remember, even for a show with as low standards as ours, we kind of have to act professional. We kind of have to have a code of conduct. Jason the Dead is known as the bad boys on the convention scene, but still, we need to have some kind of rules. And by standard, a very rough idea of what standard could be at any given moment. Now I'm going to let you guys in on a little secret, because this is where we do the reveal and actually go ahead and tell two people that we're really close to that they just got punked, because I told Scott Medjesky that he was going to be inducting Harry Bean, and I told Harry Bean that he was going to be inducting Scott Medjesky. So they're both sitting here on opposite sides of the room wondering what they're going to say about each other, when in actuality this is about them. So you guys come on up on stage and take this award. If I can make a vulgar analogy, if Days of the Dead, you got the heart of Days of the Dead, you got the soul of Days of the Dead, these two gentlemen are the balls of Days of the Dead, alright? So give it up for these two nuts right here. And I'll let them go ahead and go with the original plan of saying something about each other. So go ahead, left nut, go ahead, right nut.
No, I'll start out, man. No, as soon as these guys started talking, I was like, damn, they could be talking about me or Scott, either one. We've talked about those emails a lot. Can we please not talk about the emails? Don't mention the emails. Yeah, that's a sensitive subject. I fucked up, all right? I'm a man, I can admit when I'm wrong. Let's just not fucking off those emails.
I do want to say thank you to these guys. They've included us in their dream from day one. We've been happy to be a part of your team and grow with you. So thank you so much for including us in your dream. PJ, people, all these fans come out. PJ's always donated to us to give out stuff at our shows. And just everybody, it's like a family affair. Everybody always asks me what's different about this show. And it's a family affair. We did one show that wasn't in a hotel, and it was real weird. It was like a flea market. I didn't like it, and everything's like, this doesn't feel like family. David, it always feels like family. That's why I'm happy to be a part of it and happy to be with you guys, so thank you very much.
That's what I absolutely love about Days of the Dead. This isn't a corporate show. This isn't a wizard, whatever, with $1 million backing it. This is people that are doing this because they love the genre. They love the movies. They love the actors. These actors have become our friends, they become our family, they become extended people that, we look forward to, and so much so that I look forward to seeing a lot of you guys more than a lot of the celebrities we book most of the time. It's like, this is, one time out of 5 a year that we get to hang out, and I absolutely love it. So, from the bottom of my heart, thank you guys. I'm absolutely humbled, absolutely grateful that you guys would include me on this. So, thank you very much. Without you guys,
talks a lot.
Yeah, I do, because I'm very grateful for you guys. Because without you guys, we couldn't do what we do.
Absolutely.
And
let's keep it real for a second. How salty were you guys thinking that the other one was going to get an award?
I was loving it, dude. I thought I get to talk about Harry without him having a mic. I was so excited.
So speaking of mics, does anybody remember the show we did in Atlanta with Jason Mewes?
Yes.
Yeah, that's the mic he farted in.
I don't care. He licked it. Dude, my self-respect was shot years ago.
Please.
What Bill told me happened on his other couch after I woke up. It was like, God, I'm done.
Okay.
Thank you guys so much.
Thank you guys for coming out. Who's sticking around later on tonight, partying with us, drinking with us. We're going to have karaoke up here at around 11 o'clock.
I was told that William Butler was actually going to be a guest, like, host or something.
William Butler
Tell us about that.
hang out with us, sing some songs. You guys want to sing some songs?
Yeah! That's right. Well, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for supporting our show. Thank you for being with us our second year in Louisville and 24 shows before that. So thank you very much. You guys have a good evening.